Hey, what's going on, beautiful royal family? All praises to the Most High God of Israel. All praises. Yes, I am coming back talking more about the phenomena. And for those of you who are uninterested in this, you don't have to watch it. Just turn it off. But there are those of us that are very interested in this. And we are going to talk about these things. Why? Because we are excited. We are excited to see the manifestations that our Father said we would see in these last days. And it's happening. It's happening, guys. And I'm sorry, but I'm excited. I'm going to continue to be excited. And for anyone that is not excited, I feel very bad for you. I truly, truly do. Now, family, let's go ahead and talk about this. Last night, y'all remember I mentioned something about Orson Welles and the War of the Worlds, right? We talked about that last night in the lesson a little bit. But there's something that I want to do. Being that we did mention it, I need you guys to open your spiritual ears right now because it's going to be a recording. I am going to play a recording and I need y'all to pay attention. Please open your spiritual eyes and ears to what you hear and the events that's going on today. So without any further ado, family, here you go.
We are bringing you an eyewitness account of what's happening on the Wilmuth Farm, Grover's Mill, New Jersey. New Jersey. New Jersey, New Jersey. We now return you to Carl Phillips at Grover's Mill.
Ladies and gentlemen, am I on? Ladies and gentlemen, here I am, back of a stone wall that adjoins Mr. Wilmuth's garden. From here, I get a sweep of the whole scene. I'll give you every detail as long as I can talk and as long as I can see. More state police have arrived. They're drawing up a cordon in front of the pit. About 30 of them. No need to push the crowd back now. They're willing to keep their distance. The captain's conferring with someone. Can't quite see who. Ah, yes, I believe it's Professor Pearson. Yes, it is. Now they've parted, and the professor moves around one side, studying the object while the captain and two policemen advance with something in their hands. I can see it now. It's a white handkerchief tied to a pole. Flag of truce. If those creatures know what that means, what anything means. Wait a minute, something's happening. Humped shape is rising out of the pit. I can make out a small beam of light against a mirror. What's that? There's a jet of flame springing from the mirror and it leaps right at the advancing men. It strikes them head on. Oh, Lord, they're turning into flames. Now the whole field's caught up by the woods, the barns, the gas tanks for the automobiles spreading everywhere. Coming this way now, about 20 yards to my right.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to circumstances beyond our control, we are unable to continue the broadcast from Grover's Mill. Evidently, there's some difficulty with our field transmission. However, we will return to that point at the earliest opportunity. In the meantime, we have a late bulletin from San Diego, California. Professor Indelkoffer, speaking at a dinner of the California Astronomical Society, expressed the opinion that the explosions on Mars are undoubtedly nothing more than severe volcanic disturbances on the surface of the planet. We continue now with our piano interlude.
So now I got to ask y'all, what'd you pick up on? Now remember, this was a test pilot for a so-called show back in the day of War of the Worlds. If y'all are unfamiliar with this event and what took place, they broadcasted this on national radio. This is before television and all that stuff. They broadcasted this. They broadcasted it on the radio, and people were committing suicide because they thought it was real. They were jumping off of buildings and things. They were shooting themselves. They were killing themselves. And I'm laughing at it because it's stupid. It was so dumb. But that was a test pilot, and I believe that was 1938 is when that broadcast happened. All the way back in 1938. It wasn't even 100 years ago. It was not even 100 years ago. And here we are in 2024, about to be 2025. And the events of that so-called show is now beginning to manifest. Going to show you that this was a plan for a very long time. Okay? But I also need y'all to understand that the Father is still in control of everything. Everything. So again, I'm going to tell you, do not under any circumstances, believe any of this nonsense that's going on, because remember, there's going to be a physical change of matter on God's children. A physical change of matter. So if you're not seeing people change around you, then hey, leave it alone. All right. Remember, all of this stuff, they put these stars and everything, they're putting all this stuff in the sky because remember, when the men were going to look for the new child of Yahushai, what did they look at? They were looking at stars. They were looking at the star. They were looking up in the air. So now that this so-called Superman, Antichrist representative of the nation of Edom is coming, they have to replicate exactly what God has given his children. But remember, God repeats himself as well. You got to remember that. Let them fake whatever they're faking. Let them do whatever they do. It don't matter. That's their problem. That's their business. But when it comes to us, when it comes to God's children, when it comes to the Israelites, don't be fooled. I'm going to tell you again, don't be fooled by any of this stuff that they're going to put up. Don't be fooled by their technology. Remember Yahushua said, he said, many is going to come in my name. Many is going to come in my name. If they tell you go out to the desert, don't go out to the desert. It ain't me. We have to remember that, okay? But there are those of us that's very excited about all the things that we're seeing, okay? We're not questioning whether they are holograms or whatever, because we understand the simplicity. Look up, because your redemption draweth nigh. All we have to do is look up. Look up, look up, look up. And as we are looking up, not only are there drones, but there are indeed things in the air, as I caught on film last night for everybody to see. You know, it is what it is. Yes, we got to see it. This family was blessed with being able to see it, and too bad there's so many people they're upset at the fact that it was above my house. I can't help that. Just be glad that I was able to. For one, I had enough sense to capture it on film and show it, and I'm not afraid to. I don't care what any of you think about me. You call me crazy, call me a crackpot, call me whatever you want to call me. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I could not care less. All I know is one thing. I went outside. I heard a voice that said, go outside and go look up. I looked up and it said, go in the house and don't get your phone. Go get the Sony. Go get your Sony and point it at the air and capture the footage that I'm getting ready to show you. And from the footage that I showed, the absolute physical manifestation of something that is in the air, and there was something wrapping around it. You saw it changing. So it was like, come on, I don't want to hear it. Shut up. It's too bad. Like I said, if you're scared, say you're scared. All right? But I'm excited. I am absolutely excited for all of these things that I am seeing with my eyes, okay? And so as an individual, y'all got to understand, as an individual, okay, this is something that I have been waiting for my entire life. So there is an excitement that I have. I could not care less how you feel about it. You can do whatever you want. Unsubscribe, do whatever you want to. I don't care. It's too bad. I'm going to share this with like-minded people, those of us that are very excited to see these things. And yes, we are excited, and it's too bad, man. For those of you that don't like it, so what? Too bad. Go away. Our Father is coming. And remember what he said, there is an exceeding joy in his children when they see these things. So if you're not jumping up and down, if you're not excited about this, then you may want to check your spirit.